Well, they saw the other day that Dane Housing had had a bit of a go at this and then abandoned it. But we've now got the Crewe Ranger down. And if you remember from last week's video, we've only been here, what, an hour or so all that's cleared. Obviously a lot to do. We've gone and taken a van full of rubbish. We've cleared some of that. All this by the play school we've got to do, and this left. So this is what being negative does, it gets things done. Hopefully it will be safe for people to walk down here once it's finished. They're doing an absolutely fantastic job, the Rangers, and it's not that big of a job. It's probably an hour, maybe 2 hours to clear that lot and take the rubbish away. We've done that bit and that. Unfortunately they can't do the alleyway, because at the end of the day it's down to bloody people, isn't it, that live there. Well, the problem is then all those bins are stuck there 24/7 because they can't put them around the backs. Well, a wonderful job by the Rangers. We'll come back when it's all finished. Well, this is a bit of magic. We've been on about this to the council, how these thorns were on this corner and they were doing squat bid diddly until I explained to you, and it's going on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and everything else. And within 24 hours we've cured it. But they don't like to be on Twitter, Mr. Manlin. Well, as you come into Crewe, we've got another wonderful display from the Crewe Town Council of all these flowers. Really do brighten the place up. All the way along. We did do some negative comments about the War Memorial and all the weeds, and it looks as though we've got some action on that, because we can't find any weeds. So another negative into a positive. Well, the new display signs, screens, whatever you want to call them, appears to be finished, because the double screens, we've got the loop at the top. There's nobody on site, so they've packed up and gone home. You can see the screens are double-sided. And presumably somebody at some point is going to turn them on. Although they're not here, it's unlocked. Get a good view of what it's going to be like. And the new sign, screen, whatever you want to call it, is now open but not turned on. So it's still not clear whether it's a TV or you stick posters in. But it's on, finished, you just want some content now. And we're back at Webb House and it's just gone viral. He's been posting, that's the leader, has been posting on TikTok, YouTube and God knows where else, claiming that he can perform miracles and they will perform a miracle for any world leader. It's been in the Telegraph. He's been exposed by both Muslim and Christian leaders, saying he's talking rubbish and it doesn't stack up. Apparently he was a filmmaker that spent a long time exposing cults. He saw how profitable they were, they decided to do one himself. So they have been doing open days and giving free hamburgers out to anybody that wants to come and visit. There's been quite a few drone flights over where they've tried to shoot the drones down with their own drones. So it's all going on. The MPs looked at it because if you join the cult you have to sell your property and give it all to the cult. So there's MPs looking into that. So we'll just see what transpires. Well, they did highlight this last week and I thought it would have been gone by now. As the builders have been doing the house, have been dumping the rubbish here and then they usually get a skip and move it, but this has been over a week, well over a week. So clearly a case of fly tipping. No sign of Cheshire East prosecuting anybody, of course. Well, the old Heart Foundation shop is opening very, very soon as the Lizard's Lair Gaming. That's who it is. So it's a gaming place, open anytime soon. So that's a bit good and a bit exciting. You want to play games? Well, the new second-hand store, recycling store, whatever you want to call it, it's now being filled. I thought it was actually open, but it's not actually open yet, but it should be open very soon. By the back, all these screens seem to be finished, but not turned on. Now they have got glass. The only thing with it is all these bars and things. Is it going to be a new game for kids to jump up there and swing about? Because it could be quite exciting, couldn't it? Whether this is tough and glass, some pillock's going to come along and drunk and smash it. It's still not clear whether it's actually a screen or just having like posters and things in it. We'll find out by the end of the week, no doubt. And the big screen showing presumably artwork. I don't know who's doing this artwork, but different pictures. Bit of street out there. Well, that's quite interesting. There's a lot of photographers from Manchester and what have you at the court this morning because somebody's on drink driving charges, so it must be somebody fairly important for the cameramen to come from Manchester and what have you. There's 2 or 3 of them. Well, it's all happening at the History Centre. They're here with a fancy doodle-dandy crane, put the roof on. But there's a slight problem that this crane goes up and then across and gets the roofing bits from the other side, puts them on the roof. So it's an up crane and then a long crane. But where they are, they can't actually get the stabilisers out, so I'm trying to work out how the hell they do that. But once they get that done, then they can start putting the roof on. Just walking around Christchurch and how wonderful the grass is, perfectly mown and beautiful. So if they can do this, why the hell can't they do Dewberry Gardens? Because we did highlight last week, didn't we, that the grass has not been cut there and it's a bloody jungle, but they've managed to do it around the church. Well, they're still working on the wasteland. What seems to be taking the time is they're actually putting down these stones. So they're going to do that all the way around. It's going to be there forever. Very nice, but once again, can they do without the stones and just whack it down instead of costing an arm and a leg for the stone? And I have mentioned these planters by the wheel before, and it is actually raining and they're dry as a bone. Well, a couple of them, because they're underneath the cover. Well, the council said they will try and get them moved because there's that one and that one there. That one and that one. They're okay, and there's that one there. It just needs a few bods to just push it a few feet. See if the council can get it done. It's not clear who owns it, whether it's Asda, Cheshire East or Crewe Town Council. Not sorted anyway. Well, both Woolies and the charity shop have got the new posters in to encourage people to take it up. The grant up to 30k. Well, the big screen's got some good pictures on. You thought they'd have put that Regeneration Crewe video on it, wouldn't you? Because that silly old fool that comes round videoing Crewe. Thought that would have made a good thing, hadn't they? Well, the crane it came, they had to send it away again because they couldn't get the outriggers. So what they're doing, there's a cabinet there, or office, whatever. They're moving that, so then it'll be able to come over. So it should be back tomorrow. But everything's just absolutely so tight. It was the same for the demolition. There's nowhere to store stuff, and they've got a sort of just-in-time delivery to. But they should be back tomorrow, and they should then start getting the roof on. And then they've got to fireproof everything, all these stanchions and what have you. So very helpful, the staff here. He was giving us the full details. So it's cost them like £1,000 just, not more, just to get the crane here and take it away again. So hopefully tomorrow. It's just teething problems that there's just not enough room. Well, a weekly visit to High Street, and it's Spot the Worker. Can you see him? No, neither can I. Well, the cycle path's very well done now. All this top end seems to be okay. We've got all those trees in. We've got a load of weeds in here, or bushes, whichever they are. Got a nice little garden there for the old cinema. And it looks as though these trees are ready to go in here. Just need some workers. Well, actually we can get a better view now because they've moved a lot of the barriers back, so we've got a lot of dead grass. Got all those nice trees and the little fence with the gate which actually goes absolutely nowhere. I'm assuming that's just to stop you getting at the trees. The cycle path got signs there, and a crossing there and a crossing there. And these, I don't know what they're supposed to be then. It says Crewe, but it's sort of distorted just to confuse people. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 or 8 of them. But it is looking quite nice, but we've still got 6 or 7 weeks to go, so whether they've got to put more dead grass in there. But it is looking reasonably good. Now, we do have a posh floor. It's very posh. It's all white, but it's for dancing alright. Lots of activity. Even got lights so they can work at night. And a bit of entertainment. A woman trying to park here. There's about 20 goes at it. I don't think they've got a roof on. I think that's just netting. So this will be having a crane to put roof on before long. Well, the hammer place, we did mention the bins had gone last week. We've put them round the front, which is not ideal, but there's plenty of room you can get past. It was the fact that you couldn't get past with a buggy or anything else. So So that's where it went. Well, the old Curry's is up for let. And whatever happened to this bow thing? I did all the shop up months and months ago and still it's not open, so right, what's going on there? Well, Marks and Sparks, the auction's supposed to be this week, so at the present time I've not heard if it's been sold or if so who bought it or how much they got for it. And very convenient, this smashed up phone box, which they still haven't rectified. They've left this glass here for somebody to smash. And still messing about putting this fence. I've got more workers, but it's the little board of these little stones that's taking all the time. I thought this would have been the last week, but council sort of probably overrun, won't it? Half of the course. Well, the Rangers are busy doing the alleyway by Oxford Street. Still quite a lot to go, but certainly waking everybody up. Hopefully by the end of the day it'll be clear. Doing a wonderful job. Well, the Rangers have soon cracked on with this. We can see now there's no brambles all being cleared. They did say they might spray it to try and stop it again. So it's not taking them long and it's a wonderful job. Just that Dane Housing wants to cut this bloody edge that's growing. So if you look back a couple of weeks at how it was and what it's like now, just a shame they can't do this, but the problem is if they do this, it's not their responsibility. And if people can't be asked to do it themselves, but it's just those brambles really. Are they coming from there or are they actually down this alley? Well, there's Viet Cong down here, we've got roses, we've got blackberries, we've got, you name it, we've got it. West Street, and I don't know why they do this. We've got man having difficulty opening an umbrella. Big sign there, two signs over there. It gives you an impression it's on West Street, but of course it means it's down here. But all it's really needed is that bit. There's not a fantastic lot been going on anyway. Well, obviously they got the crane back and it's obviously working because it's a bloody big thing up there. I just feel sorry for that poor fellow that sits up there. Going to be a long way up, isn't he? Go around the front and have a look at him. Big advertising screen near the market. Got a problem. It's all breaking up. Don't know what's up with that. Now, Supreme Cycles, it's been doing bikes for, is it 35 years, is closing down. Another skill set we've totally lost. I mean, years ago you got Carless Hightown, was it Carless Nantwich Road, shop down Edelson Road, one down West Street, and this one, and they're all closing. There's bikes now, the hydraulic brakes and all sorts of anti-diddle things. So the skill of fixing a bike up properly is rapidly disappearing. So it's sad to see it go after all these years. Well, we can from this angle see the whole scenery, and it's a bloody big crane. And it comes on the little lorry or with the little lorry. It all folds away nicely. In the old days there'd been a lot of men pushing bricks. And nobody seems to want that job up there. And reflections off it, I can't see properly. So the actual roof is going on. Probably why they've got the netting so if it falls down. A bit of a dodgy job, isn't it? Glad I'm not doing it, so that's the main thing. I've got presumably a load of bosses here that are checking on progress. So it's an uppy crane going up and then along. Probably the proper name for it, but an uppy longy crane. I'll just give you some idea of the height of the crane. I'm going up and up and up and up and up and up. Definitely wouldn't get me up there. The best bit of the crane is like Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. It all folds up and goes on the truck and away it goes. Just like a toy. You can see they eventually got the outriggers out. There's the outriggers, and remove that hook that was there. Get the outriggers out. Just looking up the top there, I'm not sure. It looks like there's a lift that takes you up, and you don't have to walk up them stairs. Oh, ladder. I bet they don't come cheap.